Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is caitom and today we are back with another speed build. Today we are building a cute little cottage. But before I go on further, I would like to thank you all so much for 100 plus subscribers. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I hope to see you all in the future. Now, about this lot that I'm building on, it is the base game lot in Willow Creek, 20 by 15. I believe the house that is originally here is a starter house. The lot is called Crick Cabana, and the neighborhood with the roomies, BFFs, the one that Travis Scott and Liberty Lee and Summer Holiday, I think. Anyways, right here you can see me. I'm just about done with the general shape of the exterior. Well, more of like the shape of the house. I do go in and add some little extra bump outs once I start getting into the interior. But for now, this is what it is. For the front, I would like to mention that it is a mix of seasoned fencing and debug posts, brick posts. You can find it in the debug catalog using the cheats bb.showhiddenobjects and the other cheat bb.showliveeditobjects. Right here you can actually see me going through the catalog and placing these stones that I'm using as a makeshift pathway from the front of the lot to the side of the lot. In the reference picture that I do base this house off, I actually end up replicating this angle of the house. It has a little stone pathway that, has a connection between the front and the side. I thought it was a really nice touch and something that could kind of make the lot seem a little bit more interesting. And right now you see me messing with the landscaping, but I don't think I'm happy with this, so I do end up deleting, kind of starting over a little bit, and then I just become fed up with it and just move on to the interior. Right now I just added a few more stones just because I think it didn't seem to make sense that there are these small little stones and bunches of space between them. I think realistically you'd want to have more stones just so there's less muddy dirt you'd have to walk on, assuming that you'd be out there on rainy days. Right now I'm just messing again with the front. I'm trying to add some terrain paint to try and have some sort of walkway, but I'm not really happy with it, with how it looks. So I do end up changing that to the tile that is a part of the base game. Right here you just see me add those little bump outs that I mentioned previously. I mean, besides making it more interesting inside the house, I do think it adds like a nice little touch to the outside. Because right now the front was a lot nicer to look at compared to the side. I'm just adding more of those little debug posts just so it matches. And now we move on to the inside. So the interior for this house, well, more of the floor plan, it was a struggle to try and figure out what to do. Originally, I wanted this house to be 2-bedroom and maybe 2-bath, but right now you just see me messing again with the interior. I think the living space that I had, it didn't seem like there would be enough room to have everything without it being kind of cramped. So instead of having the kitchen along that wall, I do move it to this room right here, and place a dining area. I just think that it kind of just does well to separate the living space without it being like super duper open. Also, it just looks interesting to me, more interesting than having this very open floor plan but kind of cramped. Right now I think I'm just placing filler furniture. Well, not filler. I think this is just all the furniture that I will end up using, but I do end up changing these swatches later. As you can see, there's a lot of Dream Home Decorator included in this house. I think when I first started building this, I did expect to use a lot of the Dream Home Decorator furniture just because, I mean, I think when I say the word cute, to me, Dream Home Decorator does well to kind of fit in that category. Although I will say the flooring is from Cats and Dogs, and it is very orange toned. I didn't expect to use this swatch of the flooring, but I do think it looks kind of nice to brighten up the entire build, have it not be so dark and dull as some of my other builds. So yeah, right now I'm just cluttering up the kitchen. One thing I would like to mention is that the clutter in this build is very sparse. There's not much of it, just because I was a bit in a rush, and I think with a house of this size, you'd probably want to keep things a little tidy. But that's just me. That's just me. If I could clutter it up to my heart's desire, I think I would need a couple more packs than what I have right now. But yeah, I finished the kitchen and now I'm moving on to the dining slash living room. Right here you just see me messing with the dining table, just kind of see what I could kind of add to make it not be overloaded with the orange tones of the woods. So I do opt for this newly added base game table set, just in a slightly darker wood tone to kind of break up, like I said, the orange. And I'm just looking through the catalog, finding a rug that would fit under there. Okay, well, I've changed the table again, so I'm not sure which table I do end up using. I'm assuming it's that one. I did record this, I think yesterday before I slept, so excuse me if my brain's a little foggy. Right now, I'm just still decorating, just adding some kind of clutter, some gameplay items just to fill up the space. Can I just mention the rug that I use for the living room? I think is so pretty. It's a Dream Home Decorator rug in this really beautiful, I don't know, sky blue shade? Well, shades plural. I think if I could have an item in real life, I would want that rug. And about what you saw earlier of me expanding the build catalog, that is a feature that comes with the mod Better Build by Twisted Mexi. I will have that linked in the description box below if you would like to, you know, download it and use it. Just a warning that I think the mods are only available to use for PC. So if you're on console, unfortunately you will not have that kind of access. Right now I'm just decorating the desk area. I think this little nook or corner of the house was kind of perfect for a desk. Instead of placing maybe a chess table or an easel, I think maybe the sim here would want to keep their work and their bedroom separate. And now I am just in the bedroom adding some clutter as usual. Very minimal. The dresser that I do use here is one that comes from Tiny Living. It's very skinny and very compact, so I do end up squeezing it in there right next to the bed. I'm pretty sure your Sims will be able to walk on either side of the bed, which means this house can technically sleep up to 2 Sims, but I do intend it to just be for one. You know, in case your Sims do end up having children, you'd probably have to move to a larger lot, because I don't think there's room to expand here. Right now, I am just adding a fake shelving with the intention of putting some sort of clutter items on it, like this painting from Cats and Dogs. And just because it is the season of Christmas, I do end up adding those little jars from the holiday celebration pack, and I think a small little nutcracker from the same pack. If that's a pack you're not familiar with, it is a free pack that you can just download wherever you get The Sims. And now I've moved on to the bathroom. As you can see, well, as you probably very much noticed, there's a lot of blue in this house, despite there being a red door and a generally warm exterior. I didn't come into this build thinking that I would have a lot of blue inside, but with the blue bathroom that I did in my previous build, I think I was just kind of inspired and wanted to continue that for this one. And now I'm just doing some last minute touches for the mudroom, because it's not an entryway, because it leads to the backyard. Well, back patio, but you know. So I do end up adding a little gnome figure from Cottage Living and a lamp. I didn't know what else to add, so I just put those two items and call it a day. Now that I'm working on, well, now that I'm back in the outside of the build, for this front patio, I do end up adding a chess table and some extra dining space. Not that your Sims or Sim would need it. Maybe the Sim here likes to entertain, so they make sure to have more seating area outside, just so you can enjoy all of the sun that you probably get. You know, with a patio like this, I think you would probably try and enjoy the sun. Also with the bedroom, with the double doors leading to the patio, probably nice to have a little air just blowing in. As I'm nearing the end of the video, I would like to thank you all again for 104 subscribers, and I hope to see you all on the next one. Bye!